Your true power is in awakening, not in doing. You are not helpless. You are helped all the time. So many people believe they are helpless regarding this crazy world. What to do? We can't do anything about the government, the elites, the financial system, the war zones. There is only a happy few with lots of wealth. Well, old age will take me down. You can see it everywhere. Well, there is a lot you can change, guys. You can change it all, but we don't change the effects. We change the cause. But where to start? In your own mind. Your mind is the only world you can fully control. And if you change your perception, you change the world you see. You don't believe me? So, let's take it step by step today, okay? Welcome to Soul Surfing. Let's ride the waves from fear to love.
Something in the air, hypnotizing.
So basically, helplessness is what we learn in life. It doesn't matter if we are the hot performer who seems to achieve a lot in this world, or the loser who seems to achieve nothing. Both are, if they are honest, helpless regarding the ways of this world. The wealthy success chaser follows the ideas of how to make money, but is often far from learning how to be happy. Many think getting rich is through sacrifice, through hard work. Not true, only if you believe so. So, we have to lose life's quality for many years to become rich later? No. Or the others who don't manage to become wealthy on their bank accounts, who believe in scarcity and not having chances against the privileged. No. This all is acquired helplessness, because the powerful mind we really are is never helpless. So, when we feel we are helpless, it is an acquired state we have adapted from what was told to us, rich or poor, privileged or disadvantaged. How can anyone be happy when feeling helpless deep inside, guys? How can you thrive with overflowing love in your heart if you believe life sets many limits to your expansion and you have to move within narrow pathways of creation? We try to correct, save, improve, and change and get better all the time, tiring. And then we see the world is getting out of balance more and more, which affects, of course, our personal lives as well. We see, if we are honest, that even the politicians behave like helpless children, trying this or that, saying they want to do good for the folks, but we see they are just saving their own ass, their reputation, their belief power, their personal growth, and they wrap this surge in so-called democracy, in doing great things for a healthy country. The truth is, it's all getting more and more sick on the outside. Actually, there is an extreme insanity spreading. Yeah, I know, there might be some upright politicians that are honest and coming from their heart and wanting to serve their country. But as far as I can observe, that's a minority. Still. And really, no place, no country seems to be spared finally, as everything is interconnected. It must be interconnected because everything is one, not many. So if the main direction is fear and fight and flight of the masses, then that's what we see on the outside. Just a mirror of collective unconsciousness, guys. Have you ever asked yourself, what would the world look like if more and more people wake up to true love and expand to the conscious and wise truth? This truth is oneness, interdependence, interlinked, synergized by the pure light energy everything and everyone consists of. And we try to lower the light of love's frequencies again and again and again and again. Why? Why don't we drink from the Amrita source? What is Amrita? It just came to my mind from what I learned from Indian mythology and the sacred book of Bhagavad Gita, one of those great works of mankind that speak and unveil the truth if we dive into it and grasp and uncover the symbolic and powerful language. So, why do I speak of Amrita? Let me give you the online definition. Amrita, Sanskrit, Amrita, immortality, ambrosia, from not dying, is in the ancient Indian Vedas a life-prolonging drink, an elixir of life, which gods and humans alike require. Other names in the Rig Vedas for the same divine drink are Soma and Madhu. So why don't we drink, guys, at least symbolically, from this ever-present fountain of Amrita? A beautiful symbol of abundance that life offers us all the time. Why do we behave helpless and feel so rich or so poor when we are rich, when we are poor? Why do we follow defined limits of the mind? Why don't we open for that vast space? Well, here is a why, guys. For most people, being and feeling and expressing helplessness is actually helpful. Why can that be? Because it says, I can't do anything. I'm living in victimhood. I'm not responsible for all this. Can't do anything. That's how things and the world are. No! The world is what you believe of it, guys. Well, you are fully responsible as a representative of the power of life and love. What means responsible? You can respond. You can answer to any situation out of love or out of fear, right? Well, the results vary strongly. You are not the results of your parents, your upbringing, your school, your old traumas, the socio-demographic structuring. That would be really sad. It's all sorry to use the word bullshit. That is still taught to us, even in the elite schools, where students are called privileged and the teachings are confined to the narrow world of the thinking, limiting, and fearful mind. They might hear, oh, well, you are privileged and you must keep the privilege and you must be a strong network within the elite. That is not love. That is not expansion. That is not true abundance. There is another way to see all this, and we are taking a look here. That's our job at soul surfing. Your perception follows your judgment. Do we agree? We see what we choose to believe. That's because we are all godlike, meaning that what we think, we see and experience. That's the divine rule. Beliefs are manifested. It's all born in our mind and expressed to the outside and mirrored by it. There is no outside, finally, that comes to us as a surprise because we just see mirrored our beliefs. If we are surprised, we haven't looked deeply inside those beliefs. So today, we are switching from the position of feeling helpless to powerful creativity, okay? Soul surfing is following an actually very ancient way of liberating the self by allowing the power of unconditional love to guide us instead of the shouting ego, which only can create a world of longing and suffering. And yeah, in between there are some nice little rewards in material or emotional form, but really, just check it out, look at your own life. How much was your happiness, your luck, your love interrupted by pain, longing, and suffering? And how long did it take for you to reestablish a feeling of well-being and gratefulness? So you see, this ego is cheating us, and it is not a being, as I have mentioned many times. The ego is just a thought system that we have adapted over generations, and it's not helping us to grow to the real power we have. This is why we're talking today about true power, which is in waking up to that power and not in doing and struggling around, right? So, as I already mentioned before in the English podcasts, what we do here is not new. It is returning to the source that we were always connected to. It's just Frank's way, or how Frank understands the way that you hear it in this podcast. Yeah, so how do we stop feeling victimized? Well, by giving away our life from the ego and hand it over to the divine eternal spirit. Spirit, guys, knows what to do and to say and when and how. We as persons don't know that. We just think we know. Beware, the ego doesn't like that. Do you feel it? The ego doesn't like to hear that, because you'll find out that there actually is not an ego in existence. And this is what the ego does not want. It wants to exist. It wants to keep on being nourished so it can be bossing your life around. But you don't want to do that anymore, right? At least I don't want to do that anymore, and I'm stopping it whenever I can. Well, the ego is a thought system. As I said, we have acquired it over time, and it defines our life as being separate from the One. This is a lie. This is Maya. This is illusion. Being carried in the love is what? This is truth. Why would we keep on fighting truth, my dear ones? Well, you have a choice. Yes, there is another way if you want it, if you allow it in. We need some discipline from not getting pulled back into the game of you and I, of me and them, of myself and the world around me. Game over, guys. Game over. Game over. Let's play a new game, okay? It is not making us happy, and happiness is our eternal heritage. Let's claim our eternal heritage. How about that? It is so cool to follow this other way of true power. You don't need to believe me. I just invite you to exercise it by trying out what is said here in the podcasts. Just consuming it will not switch over your life to better, to more happiness, to more liberation inside of you. And the cool thing about true power is you don't have to do anything to get it. You don't have to do it. You don't have to bring it about. You don't have to foster it. You don't have to struggle to get it. Why? Because true power works through you when you go out of the way as a person. Let's take another look at the world. It is getting more and more desperate and helpless and chaotic and loving, and actually it's cold or it's overheated on the other side. It's volcanic like explosions in the war zones, in political debates, in social differences are getting hotter and hotter, but the emotions getting cold. Many people protect their hearts instead of allowing their hearts to speak. What would love do now? That's the question we have when things go strangely berserk. I ask myself more and more, how hard must the human pain become before we say stop? How hopeless must suffering become all over the planet? Look at politics, science, economy, environment, climate. They are actually desperately seeking control, survival, and stability. They are playing you a show of power and knowledge, proven by what they call scientifically proven. But it's a pretending. I'm not talking about conspiracies here. This is what's happening, guys. And I know you check in with that when I say it, right? Conspiracies is suspicion and is putting everything in a world where it can be true or not. But there is a conspiracy, and the conspiracy is even by those that we say are conspirational in their behavior, not understood. The conspiracy is the one of the fear and scarcity of the ego. That is so strong. It has developed its own beingness, this ego thing in the world. And we are all more or less managed and bossed by it, pushed by it, pulled by it, triggered by it. And behind this show of power and knowledge that the helpless so-called leaders give you, there is actually desperation and sheer panic, covered up by elegant suits and rational explanations. Yes, I mean, that's really my take on it. They are all insecure, the so-called leaders. Or, I don't know if they realize they are insecure, their insecurity, but maybe they follow a false feeling of security based on, if this works out, this will work out. If this happens, then this will happen. If we do this, then we achieve that. But this is a postponing of our healing and our realizing our true power to a future that will never come. Because what we have learned here at Soul Serving is there's only now, and being in the now generates a perfect future. Well, and the media start shouting their messages into the world and shit scare everyone, isn't it? Recently, a friend of mine said, what if suddenly colored people and people of another sexual orientation than straight will be put in ghettos again and all that things? Well, this is not the way I believe it's going. This is not the way we should fear. We are looking to inclusion. We are looking to the same light of everyone, guys. And we are not looking at some movements that want to separate people, threaten people, or kill people, right? And not even groups of people. Yeah, so we all feel there is something terribly out of balance here. Do we agree? But we do not judge it. We observe and we change our mind. We transform our thinking. We change the path of fear into a path of love, okay? Love is the only sustainable power. That's not esoterical, blah, blah. That's what is true. By the way, this is how you can see how they try to catch you. They are increasing. I mean, when I talk they, it's, I talk about those that are considered being leaders. They are indeed increasing your fear. So you will turn to them for help and control. It worked super well in the sea crisis, isn't it? And why? Because they are you. They are the ego you follow, which says only avoiding dangers and control can keep us safe. But that's not true. There are no dangers and no threats unless we believe there were, and by believing it collectively, we see it manifesting around us. It's a collective belief that we can be threatened, which led to a world of danger, toxic behavior, wars and stuff, We can turn that thought around. Yes, you can too. I can, you can, everyone can. And we turn it around within us, and the world will follow. The more we change our mind to love, the more this world of fear and suffering will disappear. And what will it do? It will create space for a world of love, collaboration, and peace. This is not a pink dream. This is how, let's say, energies work. You invest into love, you see love. You invest into fear, you see the results of fear. Simple as that. Don't make it complicated. Let's keep it simple. And it is actually a helpless effort of the ego world to save itself from itself. Look at the world. The strange thing is already young children are influenced to follow this narrow mind by pretending it's a wide, spacious mind. They are being guided into the use of smartphones, right? And they are used by algorithms, believing they make choices and take decisions. But that's elusive. And of course, this also goes into adulthood. Your smartphone has you, sweetheart. It's not you who has it. Unless you turn it around and make it serve love instead of fear, greed, FOMO, and control. Stop consuming the bad news apps. Stop all the FOMO stuff. The digital cliffhangers, the promises for more later. And also the I am better, I am beautiful, rich and wise posts. They make you feel small and make you forget how huge you are as a being. Everyone is as a being. This is why we say that true power is being. If we start trusting more in that wise power, which actually carries us, our lives shift from doing to being. And the process of that shift is waking up. It's a waking up process. If you are living in being, you are floating on a river of energy through all circumstances of life without clinging, holding, or fearing. You know you are carried by the only true power of all universes. Again, this is not esoteric pink painting. We are talking reality here. We are talking truth here. Or, I ask you, do you want anything else to be true than love, liberation, freedom, peace, and eternity? Do you want this other thing? Fear, threats, control, danger, death? Well, if we follow the fearful mind, we spend our time in the waiting room of dying. Do you want to live in the waiting room of dying? Or do you want to thrive through the universe like a loving rocket? Yeah, I know, I sound enthusiastic and I sound maybe sometimes a bit over the top, but this is just what this frequency does when I'm speaking to you. There are words coming that I'm even surprised of that I say them. But if we want love, we will get love. If we want fear, we will get fear. If you keep on following the ego mind of society with all its algorithm, its bad news, its warnings, you lose connection to true spirit. And of course, as a result, you will feel what, as we started in this podcast, you will feel helpless. This global state of helplessness, which puts nearly 8 billion people in a daily trance, is actually a wake-up call getting louder and louder. Da-da, da-da, do you hear it? When do we decide to end suffering? The only available time is now. When do we reach for an end of our ability to always suffer and suffer deeper? We are nearing a point where mankind can't anymore. Do you see this? It's like, no, I can't do this anymore. This is not feeling adequate for a happy life. I'm not doing this. I'm not walking down this path anymore. This is why when you go for being, you are starting to wake up. Waking up is all we came here for anyway. We just need to remember that's our original reason to be here. All the worldly things cover actually this basic calling. And when we follow the calling, the things of this world are miraculously cared for. I can tell because I know the difference. Don't think you are alone in this process. Thousands, even millions of people are starting to remember and wake up. It's a healthy infection of love. And the less we resist, the more we invite, the stronger this transformational power. Remember the 1989 reunification of Germany? It happened because many people said, enough, we are not following this socialist regime anymore. We want to be free. Well, they did it probably not out of pure love, maybe, but out of sheer desperation. And they felt that their government situation was not loving and not caring and not inclusive. This is, my dear friends, what is about to happen here on this very planet on a much larger scale. I don't know when in linear time, but it is about to happen. And the astrologists and the prophecy people and, those who tune into higher frequencies, I guess they will agree with me. Just look at YouTube. They all say we are in this transformational time. And I think in the Bhagavad Gita, in these old Indian writings, this time was described of we are leaving the dark age and the light is coming back. Only we decide how long we keep on complaining, suffering, and following the so-called leaders. And there are no true outside leaders anyway. The leader is the teacher inside that speaks to everyone the same way, guys. That's the leader. It is this sane, loving voice that knows the best for everybody, the whole planet, and all the universes. When we are listening to this constant wake-up call that was overheard for so long by so many people, a miraculous transformation can start. Do you hear it? Ring, ring, alarm, alarm, alarm. Why are we in constant crisis? Because the practical solutions of the old ego mind are less and less serving us. That's the moment we open the door to love. Now and now and now. And it is an inward opening door. It's opening to what you already carry inside, but you haven't looked at it. Don't say, I can't change anything. Start changing with the help of love, guys. You can change big time by opening this door to your inside. Now let's quickly talk about some obstacles. How fast we get absorbed in helplessness. One negative comment from someone, one little disease in your body, and helplessness comes around the corner. And how does helplessness show? By suppressed aggression, by resistance, by sadness, by not being open for new inspirations, by a feeling of desperation, by a feeling of nothing works. can't do anything. That's helplessness. And again, let's look at the sea crisis. It was maybe the sea crisis, right? This virus thing. It was maybe designed to check how we can be guided by fear and control, or it was that those governments really were full of fear and wanted to control something. But the manipulation of masses became so obvious that the result was the opposite. Less and less people trust governments at all. Less and less people believe what the news say, and so forth. The transformation has started. We are in it, and you, good news, are a crucial part with your choice. Fear or love? You see? Now, do not judge yourself if you fall back. The moment you realize the fallback, you are already on the turnaround again. Remember, guilt, fear, and attack are just tinted glasses you are wearing, obscuring the clear side of the power of love. How do we do that practically? By asking, hey, I don't know how to forgive, how to stop judging, or how to feel true love, but I want to go there. I want to fully forgive. I want to feel this incredible love. I want to live a life of spirit, God, universe, endless power. Show me. I know you're waiting to serve. Yes, my dears, it is waiting to serve. I want to see peace. I want to see and experience life through the lens of love. This is the decision to wake up. Let's take it now if you wish. Stop the ego's chatter. Say, no, dear, I hear you, but I invite you with me on another path. Join me on this journey. It is so obvious, guys. Can you feel that? Let's turn to true power. Let's wake up together and share the gift of love by living it. Share the gift of love by living it. Invite it, ask for it, and it's given to you. I remember there is a book, Ask and It's Given. Very cool book, by the way. It's like you don't ask like an innocent child, I don't know if I can get it, but I want it. No, this is not how we ask. We command, because this power, this true power, follows our strong command by the heart. Okay? Let's see the truth and identify the illusion as what it is. Dust in the wind. I can't sing, sorry. Dust in the wind. You know that song. Ring, ring, wake up, sweetheart. Let us wake up together. With so much love from me here and from the Soul Surfing Surfboard. Thank you so much for opening up to these words and really investing in this true power of awakening. Okay? Talk to you soon with much love. Bye-bye.